Well, hello everyone. It's Shadak Shademore here. I am the Game Master for Shadowrun, The Road to Chaos. Due to technical issues we had during the beginning of the stream on Thursday, I'm going to catch you up in a GM all over, prologue, so to speak. So when we last left our Shadowrunners, Sidewinder had taken it upon himself to go and scout out the school with the aid of a young initiate of the Moon Clan called Mouse, a physical adept whose powers mainly focused upon speed and running and athletics. So, upon his high top in the in some of the buildings around the school, he spied a whole load of different aspects that he could potentially utilise in the great mission. And he also came across an old running partner of his, somebody waiting for a package from one of these people who worked at the school, an old running partner called Stiletto. Stiletto and him had a bit of an uneasy chat, however left on fairly good terms. On the way back, he came across the very injured body of Bastion, and rescuing him from the middle of the road, brought him back to Sam's hospital to be treated. So, in this episode, the characters of Borealis and Wolf wake up, finding Sidewinder absolutely clonked out in his bunk, absolutely exhausted from the night before. He got in about 2 a.m. Whilst Wolf is busy cleaning his guns, Borealis came downstairs to find Gamma staring intently at a table. So after a little discussion about said odd behaviour, she invited him to come and join her in the Matrix. She reached out a hand, placed it upon his shoulder, and he delved into a mind palace, you might call it, or a matrix palace that she has created. So as she came into the room, it adorned with leather and velvet, a chaise longue upon one side of the room, some great big sofa chairs on another. Each window in this room depicting a different place in the world: the savannah, the Sahara, the ocean. And in the middle of this great big room was what seemed to be a pool table, but was in fact a hollow table. And from that hollow table she brought up a map of the city that she knew, with different pins in it. She had a pin for Sam's hospital, a pin for the school, a pin for the hole which the group had previously made in the road, and a fourth pin. She expressed to Borealis that perhaps their best way of protecting themselves from incoming groups, from getting inundated with more security than they could handle, that they should take out the communications tower that day. With a little bit of persuasion and a serious discussion about Wolf and his loyalties, they decided that this was a sensible plan. This was something that needed to be done. Wolf was called in, and using his image link, Gamma gave him an overview of the room himself, seeing these 4 sprites creeping up that she summoned. One being a snake that twisted around the leg of the table and came up to face the runners. Another 2 birds swooped in from the windows, an eagle and an owl, both landing on the table gracefully around Gamma. And in padded a wolf with his fur flowing behind him and little bits of code dripping off him. And finally, a rather curious object, a sparkling, melting, spiky ball of code that hovered above the table. She named them her little pets. She offered Borealis the use of one of her pets. 2 uses. He chose the snake, which wrapped himself around his neck, ready to be used. And she decided to bring along Disco, the curious object, whilst the others were calmly dismissed. Much sadness brought to poor Wolf's face as his namesake disappeared from the room. They left this hospital and set up in a building fairly close to the watchtower, not without leaving a special note for one of their party, Sidewinder. And this is where we pick up. This is where the technical issues, the gremlins, ceased for a few wonderful minutes. Please enjoy, and let's get right into it.
I mean, like, I know Wolf is good looking, but Jesus, Sidewinder.
But there you go. So as you sort of waking up, you do smell food. There's food downstairs, which is fantastic. Is there? You look at your phone.
Sorry.
There is a post-it note stuck to your head, and there's a message on your phone.
Okay, I removed the post-it note from my head.
It's in the terribly classic hand of Wolf, who has told you that if you're not awake and you want to join them, they'll be at this location. And he sort of scrawled a map of the area. It's a bit. You think you understand what it is?
No, I'm slightly more professional. I wrote down the coordinates of the building that Gamma would be in while we're inside of the watchtower.
There you go. You get coordinates.
Yeah. I was in the army, God's sake.
So you get coordinates. Gamma sends you a slightly longer message saying that Wolf and Borealis are hitting a communications tower that should hopefully make the mission going forward a lot easier, because obviously they won't be able to pull in reinforcements and such and such and such. And whether you would like to join. She also gives you a point on a map as reference. I presume since you are here, you would like to join them, unless you would like to disappear and do your own thing, which is also perfectly allowed.
No, you must join us.
See that puzzle face.
I think I will. Yeah, I'll join.
So, you head downstairs, and Twitchy has been making sandwiches. There's lots of sandwiches. Mostly lunch meat. So there's like ham, there's chicken. There's a couple of rashers of bacon left after like everybody else has eaten. And some cheese, lots of cheese.
By the way, at the bottom of Wolf's note, it said, "P.S. Bring me a sandwich if you can."
You notice Jason is walking around the medical facility. This 30-year-old elven man with long blonde hair. He looks pretty exhausted, but he's sort of walking around and looking after the place. And Twitchy hands you various sandwiches.
Okay. I eat various sandwiches. I inquire on Bastion's condition. and then I will leave to find the party.
So, you go to Jason, and Jason's like, well, he's alive, he's awake, he's chatting, which is unfortunate, but he's chatting.
Bastion is casually chatting. What?
Well, yeah, he's awake. He's making some conversation. He keeps on talking about this girl called Angela. I don't know if it's a girlfriend or something, but he keeps on talking about Angela. And you're welcome to chat with him if you want to beat your head against a wall, or, I know that Gamma's gone out, much to, well, Sam's going to kill her, but it's Gamma.
I think Bastion is fine where he is. I think I would be better served going and bringing Gamma back safely. I feel we may need her later on, and if Sam kills her, that would be a bit counterproductive.
Well, she did steal the duct tape, so maybe Gamma's safe.
For now.
Yeah. If you do see Gamma, just pass it this one, and he hands you another sandwich. She's stupid, and she always waits, and she generally doesn't remember to bring lunch.
Wait, what time is this? What time of day is it?
What catering service?
Be both.
It's sort of, when you left, it was around sort of 10:30, 11ish, in the morning. It's the second day of plotting, planning, and such.
Okay, so I will take the offered sandwiches. I will wrap them up in cling film, and I will take them away because everyone has forgotten their lunch. When did I become the dad of the party?
Well, somebody has to.
But Dad.
And then I will collect my weapons and go and get my van and drive to the coordinates provided by
Fair enough. Well, so you drive to the coordinates, and well, you're looking around, and Wolf, as you are sort of pulling into the side alley near the secondary building, you do hear another car, a van, pulling around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Do you make any reaction?
No, I mean, I kind of gathered that it was the one that Gamma took with Borealis in it, because they were in a van and I was in my Jeep.
So, yeah. She did take a van. She took Sam's van. Well, she borrowed Sam's van.
Borrowed without asking.
Yeah, somewhat.
Kind of what Shadowrunners do for the most.
Gamma is a helpful but a bit of an arsehole. But actually,
So, like, Bastion?
Yeah. Pretty much.
So yeah, no, you do notice that actually the van that Gamma's using actually comes in the other end of the alleyway.
Yeah, fuck. Perception check.
Go for it. Perception check. Borealis, feel free to perception check as well, as Gamma is driving the van fully in the Matrix.
Wait, what?
How is that possible?
Techie.
This makes no sense!
You recognise the van? You're not sure where, but you recognise the van. You think you've seen that number plate before. And And Borealis, you've definitely seen that number plate before.
Knows what he's doing.
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna take a wild guess and say that is
That
Sidewinders.
van there. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll recognise the number plate, man. Sidewinder, what's he doing here?
He's alive.
I didn't want him here.
I gave him coordinates of where we are, and I believe
It
Gamma
was so
said,
much nicer when he's half asleep.
"Oh,
That's
shut
so
up, you techie nerd! Don't make me hit you again."
Again.
she texts you both in your sort of in your image link. He's kind of useful. I wouldn't like smack Borealis, especially as he's the one who might allow you to sort of be here.
Do all of my messages, because I haven't taken my goggles off yet, will they still come up in my goggles if I've got the image link?
Yeah.
Cool. Just checking.
And unless you switch off your goggles so you don't want to see him. But yeah, so Sidewinder's van appears from around the corner. Gamma sort of comes out the Matrix and she's like, "Hey, he's come. That's awesome. Maybe he'll get to have some fun."
I just about my vehicle, but I have my hand on my gun just in case it's not Sidewinder and somebody stole his truck.
So Gamma is going to get out the car first. She does have her hand on her gun. But now you can all see that it is plainly Gamma. She's not exactly the hardest person to miss. And she gives a wave to Sidewinder. And she sort of steps near the building, the abandoned building. Sort of sending a text over to Sidewinder saying, "So, do you want to go with the party or do you want to be roosting high with me?"
I would have thought I would be better off in the high ground.
She sends a gift to Borealis of a certain scene from Star Wars. And she's like, and she's
That means
sort
we
of,
win, doesn't it?
absolutely.
Victory's assured.
Borealis just gets a winky face.
That physically hurt. That physically hurt.
Ooh.
It physically hurt.
But she's like,
As
awesome.
a question for my goggles, because of the fact that my character hasn't really used them much apart from with night vision and stuff. Because of the fact that we have radios and stuff, can I see like little blips of where people are? Like
You
if I was to
can't.
look at a direct, I can't.
You
So
can't.
even with I can't like see where people are and
No,
see
because you are not Matrix. You do not have the magics of the Matrix.
No,
You
so
are
I
not
was
Neo.
saying working off of people's radio signals. So we've all got sub-vocal mics, but using that to be able to kind of use a general area of where people are. So instead of being in the Matrix to track people and do it that way, but basically having like a much more dumbed down version.
Very unlikely unless Borealis wanted to put a pin in his comlink, and that would probably make him very obvious to anyone who was technically
Pretending to be
capable.
deckers here, aren't we? So
basically, unless you really want to make yourself extraordinarily obvious by going, "Here's my metalink, yay!"
no, we already decided I was going undercover here, didn't we? I was going
Yeah.
to be pretend to be a decker.
In short, no. So Gamma's like,
All sad now.
Gamma looks to Sidewinder and she's like, I like this plan. I like having a dwarf with a sniper rifle keeping watch. You come with me then. And she sort of gestures you over. Yeah. So that's how are you guys going to proceed? The story is run by you, remember?
Right. Well, I'll tell you what. I did a perception check. Well, let's do another perception check. So we want to see if there's guards or anything outside.
Do you want to make?
Because I can't just go and start hacking if there immediately going to like start shooting.
Well, I mean, Wolf is currently kitting up. He's currently got his AK slinged across his back, pistol in holster, pole arm folded up and ready, and also attached some of the flash grenades to his belt.
Fair enough. So, here's the question. Are you going to look physically, or are you going to look on the matrix for icons?
I'm going to look on the matrix because this is my new skill and I've got to practice it.
There you go. So, you'll need to make a perception check, and you'll need to use... so you'll be using your perception check with your skill in... Oh, I forgot you got that. Hold on, let me see.
Alright, got perception, yeah.
So yeah, so you'll be doing a perception check within the matrix. Go for it.
Okay, how do I do that specifically?
So your matrix perception is. Let me get my sheet up, because I used to play a character just like this. So your matrix perception, I believe, is your resonance. So this is how much of a tech you are.
Right.
And you mix it. You know what? Let's mix it with your.
Okay, I've got a resonance of 6, a perception of 12.
You got a visual perception of 12. So for your perception outside, you have a perception of 4. So mix your 6 with your 4.
So 10.
Yeah. So roll 10 dice.
It's not bad.
That's not bad at all. Okay, so you look.
3 hits.
So you come to one of the windows just to sort of get a better view. You can see quite a few little icons dotted about. You see pretty much there's a meta link for every gun in that room.
Right.
And you do see this extremely bright orb of technical energy. And
An orb of technical energy. Cool.
and you see it's mostly focused on the top floor with a smaller sort of blob on the third floor.
Right, so clearly you already said that we knew that the main computer is at the top floor. It's throwing out a lot of heat. So you said there's something else 3 floors down. It's not quite as powerful as the one on the top floor, but there's something else 3 floors down from the...
3 floors down or on the third floor?
I can't remember what you said, which is why I'm asking for clarification.
On the third floor.
On the third floor. Well, we're not going to be able to grapple hook up there. So we're going to have to actually just... Do we know if there's a side door that we can go through? Sort of a tradesman's entrance?
How about Wolf? You make a perception check as you're looking through like the bottom floor windows of this of the building that is next to the tower.
Also looking through my scope,
And looking for your scope.
because then I can see more stuff, and also have my goggles on, still some vision enhancements.
There you go. Go for it. Sidewinder, feel free to make perception checks whenever you like.
Oh,
Nice. So,
oh,
as well as Borealis, you're seeing about 5 people wandering around that building. Like, you can see clearly 5 people wandering around that building. Wolf, you see one guy who... you see like a couple of guys who are, as I say, trying to pretend like they don't look like they're there for any reason, but are quite clearly guarding. You see a back door and a set of stairs up the side.
Probably take the stairs up the side, which I'm guessing are fire stairs type things. Can take us up to the 5th floor. Is there a way that Borealis can share what he's seeing to my image link?
Yeah, I should be able to.
Kind of showing me where all the guns.
Good idea. That's
You
yeah.
can,
I'm going to do
you
that.
can take sort of
As
a
an
mental
overlay.
link and sort of take a picture of what you're seeing, and you can't get you could get like a very dodgy AR of it, but you
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
be
mean
able to track
that's
them.
what's getting because of the fact
Yeah, that'd be fine.
You'd have
because
to
my goggles
you'd have to
my
make a
goggles have a
software
smart
check.
link. Oh,
Software
Borealis,
check. Cool.
yeah, that's 10 dice to see whether you can
10.
rig it up to go through your metalink into his metalink, which his goggles are attached to.
yeah, because there's a smart link on my goggles, which then also has the image link.
The dice are not my friends today.
You try.
God's sake, Borealis.
You try and like this is quite new to you, and you find it kind of difficult to like. You
What
manage to
if
get
Gamma does it?
You get the information onto your metalink, but you can't seem to transfer it. Gamma has already started making her way up to the top of the building. Sidewinder, do you stay with the party or do you follow Gamma?
I say that because of the fact that we've already
No,
scanned through the
Sidewinder.
building.
Sidewinder.
I thought he was.
Make it clear.
I did say make it clear. Sidewinder, you're.
I was going with Gamma.
Okay. So you make your way up the top of the building. It is desolate. There's a thick layer of dust in this building. Nobody's been in this building at all. Do you go to the top floor or do you go to like the fire exit on top and like go on the roof? Or do you pick a different floor? It's about 3 stories.
Top floor.
Okay. So you go to the top floor, and it's an open grey space of boringness, really. Good windows though. And Gamma sort of picks a corner away from. There's a window where your gun will be set up, and she's picked the corner sort of next to you, but trying to keep as far away from like the window physically as possible. But yeah, so Borealis has tried to link the stuff up, but Borealis lets you know. I guess she lets you know what's going on.
Yeah, got comm links, haven't we? They're still working.
Yeah. So there you go. You have information. You have Sidewinder to save your butt if necessary. How do you want to do this?
I suggest a bit going up. Wait. I suggest that we take the fire stairs up and see if we can get in there.
What sort of security do they have? They have cameras around here that are likely to be able to spot us going up the fire stairs.
You seem to spot some cameras. You do spot a couple of cameras, but they seem mucky and a bit dirty.
Not really a problem.
Gamma so messaged you guys because you're still sticking around for a bit, and she's like, "Problem?"
Indecisiveness. Yeah.
Right, let's go.
Yeah. Okay. Up the fire stairs we go.
Let me know if you want me to do anything.
Sidewinder, you got our asses?
We're good.
I got you back.
So there you
Go,
go.
man.
So I'm guessing you're sneaking.
Oh yeah.
Wolf was basically just bolted across to the fire stairs.
Okay.
I'm sneaking because I can actually sneak. So
Wolf is just gun-hoing it.
Wolf is not good at sneaking, therefore I'm not gonna risk it. So basically, Wolf has just sprinted as fast as he can.
I just did a sneak check.
Okay. I am going to make a perception check for one of the guards who would perhaps see Wolf. 1 second.
I'm gonna make a running check.
Go
Wait,
on
do I
then.
need to
Make a running check. Make a running check. I dare you. It's gonna go just like in the first episode.
Oh fuck.
Well, it's not a critical failure. It's definitely a failure. So yeah,
How is that not a critical failure?
you have to get
Yes, all misses.
you have to get over half your dice pool in misses. It's still pretty bad. So
Basically, I fall flat on my face. I'm also going to take a sneaking check because I'm trying to run and sneak.
That is half his dice pool. We can't have half and 9.
Shh.
that's 3 misses. So you'd have to get 4 to critically fail. Actually, I'll make it 5 because I feel it's mean to be that mean.
Okay. So I'm sneaky.
There's 5
Running
misses.
So it's close. It's really close. Basically, you sort of try to like bolt across. Sidewinder, you see Wolf bolting across. You realise he's actually going incredibly slowly. Like for a guy who's in the army, he's actually going a lot slower than you expected. Wolf, you realise this is because you're actually running on, well, what seems to be either an oil spill, maybe. Like you keep your balance, and the guard who was about to sort of look around the corner, fortunately seems to get distracted briefly by the other guard. You make it across just about, but that took a lot longer than you were intending, and
I
you
am
very nearly got.
so glad I took that sneaking check now.
You were lucky because if that one hadn't turned up. There you go. So yeah, there you go. So you make it to the stairs. Borealis, make a sneaking check.
I already did mine.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I got 20. All hits.
Oh,
one miss.
There you go. So yeah, you also make it across. And you decide to take it a lot easier pace, because with your previous perception roll, you also saw that there might be a bit of a problem with the floor. So you took it a bit more easily. You got across. You go to Wolf. Wolf's shoes are just like all slippery.
Wolf just kind of tries to wipe them off as he notices that it was an oil spill and not just him being an idiot. He's just like, God damn it.
So there you go.
Right, so we're in the building now.
Well, you're making your way up the side of the building. You're on the fire escape.
Cool.
It's dark outside, isn't it?
It's getting to mid-morning actually.
Oh, it's the morning.
Good morning. Right.
You guys fortunately know that this is the Lambeth containment zone. Nobody cares.
Is it morning? As in bright, blinding daylight?
It is
mid-morning.
Noon. That's not mid-morning.
So in my brain, excuse me, I've been at work.
Okay. So it's midday, and I've just managed to run across with an oil spill and not noticed there was an oil spill.
Yes.
Okay. Magic. Right. We now slowly start to go up the... What is the fire escape made out?
It's a metal fire escape.
Okay, so we have to go up slowly.
A wooden fire escape would be pretty rubbish, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What else is it going to be made out of?
Bloody hell knows. Adamantium? Wait, that's a metal.
That's why Avatar's adamantium.
So yeah, you make your way up the fire escape. Sidewinder, make a perception check. As you're trying to sort of check for any targets that may come after your friends.
Do we have to make a sneaking check because of the fact that we're going up the metal staircase?
Yes,
very
you are.
slowly?
So again, you've been up all night, and there's still some grime in your sights from last night because you basically clocked out. But feel free. You sort of, Gamma points it out to you, and she's like, "Scope. You might need to readjust it." And she sort of focuses a bit. And then she stops. She says, "Try it now. Make another perception check."
All of us.
Just Sidewinder. Cool. So suddenly, cleaning the site made it a hell of a lot better. But you also find, my gun feels a bit more balanced. Everything feels a bit better.
It feels like heaven.
Gamma has a slight smile as you obviously can now see things, and you look down the barrel of the gun. You can see a couple of figures on the top floor who are sort of wandering backwards and forwards in front of a window, and you can see a couple of guys on the second floor. And there's two guys who are guarding the front, one of which is starting to turn away from his buddy, and is started to, as if to go down the alleyway where your friends are currently climbing the stairs.
Wolf, Borealis, hurry it up. Somebody's coming.
Okay, so
Are we now at the third floor by now?
well, I had a good sneak check, so I'm probably safe. I think.
Mine was quite good. I mean, mine's alright. Jadak,
Sorry?
check our sneak checks. How do they look?
Where are your sneak checks?
The last two that we
Oh,
both.
there.
Oh god, like
Oh.
the two above Borealis, the two above bulldozers.
I'm gonna
We
roll.
both done pretty well.
Got someone off.
Swear to God, it
The
just
guy's
goes to
gonna.
hell.
The
I
guy's
blame Jen.
like Sidewinder. You see this because you're sort of keeping a bird's eye view. There is a slight. There's a stone that's sort of dislodged from the stair.
Oh no!
Under Wolf's foot, it clatters down into the alleyway. The guy sort of turns to look down but sort of, alright. Must be a rat, sort of.
So we're safe. Wolf, do you reckon you could take him out with your silencer?
I can't shoot up without knocking some of the metal and creating even more noise.
Right, fair play. Not confident of that. Okay, in which case we just need to keep proceeding carefully. How close are we to the third floor now?
Oh, this is the second. That's the next one up.
Yeah.
So let's
Make
keep
another
going.
sneak check to go to the second floor to see if anyone.
Damn it!
See if anyone hears you from inside the building.
Huh. Running back's not my thing. Oh.
Oh dear.
Borealis,
Shut
the slipperiness from Wolf's boots as he's sort of heading up in front of you.
I clean them off.
You tried to clean them off. You tried to clean them off. There's oil on the stair and you slip.
Oh fuck.
Wolf, this is all your fault.
Make
How
it.
is it my?
Make a reaction plus agility check, DJ and Borealis.
Why do I have to do it? My guy isn't the one falling over.
Reaction and agility. Oh my goodness, this is not.
Shadak, why does my guy have to do the reaction and agility test? I'm the one that's going up fine.
Well, unless you want to let Borealis potentially fall to his death.
But my reactions are pretty good.
So
It's fine.
you don't have to. And so Borealis, you feel the oil underneath your feet, and you feel yourself as if you're about to slip up, but you sort of grab onto the railing, and you steady yourself, and you wait.
Oh, that was a close one.
And then you bring yourself back up again, and you hold on to the railing this time.
Right, Wolf, do you want a tissue so you can wipe your boots clean this time?
Yes.
There you go. So, yeah, there you go. So, yeah. So,
we make it to the top third floor. Wait, it's fourth floor building,
Fourth
right?
floor
And then
building.
to
We'll
the
go to
third
the third floor because that's where the secondary thing is that
So, yeah.
might help us with the main thing.
So, the third.
Okay.
So, make your way up to the third floor. Make
So
another sneaking check.
I get to.
Sidewinder, do you want to do anything whilst these guys are doing, sneaking up the building in a rather haphazard manner?
Is Shadak breaking up for others?
Sorry? Hello? Oh no. Internet. No. Well, seems like we might have some Twitch problems, I'm afraid. So we may have to cut it off short here. Oh, if we're unfortunate.
Yeah, stream's gone completely.
Okay. Hold on. There we go. So what we might have to do, guys, is we might have to make this a two-parter.
Yeah. The what the hell happened there?
Yeah. For some reason, Border's having trouble. I seem to be having trouble with Twitch as well. So we'll wrap it up here, and well, that's not a bad thing.
Good time to stop because we're just about to head into the building. So
Funny part is, this was meant to be a short mission. This was meant to be like a 1-session mission. So I'm hoping that you'll be all around next week as we both take on the building, and if we even have time, we may even start assaulting the school.
sounds good.
So as the camera pans away from the haphazard sneaking team, it glides over the scope and the gun muzzle of Sidewinder and the face of Gamma staring at Sidewinder's gun. It pans away into the building itself, where suddenly the camera is inundated with electrical sparks. There's wires everywhere. There is computer screens upon computer screens. You think it's cool to have three screens? This guy's got 15.
It's heaven.
And seated upon the biggest chair possible, it turns around, and the camera fades to black. Okay, everyone, thank you for turning up for the stream. I hope to find Sidewinder sniping any potential danger for these two. Borealis will be learning the awesome things that he can do, and Wolf will get to probably kill things.
And blow stuff up.
Quite possibly. By the way, Borealis, if you want somebody to snipe, pick the sniper.
Cool.
Sidewinder, the sniper.
Yeah.
There you go. So it's I will bid a goodbye from Bulldozer. Since his connection's dodgy, I will bid a goodbye for myself. Do you guys want to say goodbye, or
Ciao.
DJ, explain what you are streaming next?
I'm about to go stream me and my mates mucking about on GTA, as I put in the chat. As for the fact that that's what I do, we're gonna go have some fun. We're gonna do some heist stuff. Come watch me, DJ Bluefang, www.twitch.tv/DJ Bluefang.
I am not going to do that. I'm going to be planning some geography lessons.
Do both. Watch me.
Geography lessons and GTA. It's a winning combination. Yeah, okay, go on, man.
And
come watch,
I am going to be preparing to go and actually visit Borealis in real life. High fives. Yeah, shock horror. You have to deal with me in real life. It's all right. I'll bring food.
Cool. And beer, hopefully.
No. Right.
I'll bring the good ale. So everyone, have a good night, and I hope to see you all on the road to chaos next week.
Auf
Goodbye.
Wiedersehen.